Hey friends, so a week or so ago, or really within the last week, probably, because it all starts to run together sometimes, especially right after spring break. But a friend and I were talking, and she mentioned the term pass the baton. And normally, what most people think about when we talk about passing the baton is in a relay race, right? And so you run four runners, right? In whatever leg of the race they're on, the first, second, third, fourth, and they're passing the baton to one another in the zone. And they keep going until they hopefully win the race. But here we were discussing passing the baton that we're not supposed to be holding on to. I know a lot of times we try to just, hold on to all the things. And I don't know about you, but as a mom, like I try to pick up all the groceries or take all the things out of the car in one trip. Like, why is that ever a good idea? And why, as mothers, do we think that that's necessary? Maybe I should start doing reels like that, right? So it's just hilarious. But anyway, we talked about and elaborated on passing the baton. And she said, just so many times we pick up the baton or receive the baton from someone, and we were never meant to carry that. And I'm trying to think of, the prior examples that we were giving. Maybe let's think about for a minute, maybe someone's history or past. Think about the baton someone tried to hand you, that you weren't responsible enough, that you weren't enough, period, that you deserved what you got because of the decisions you made, that you weren't worthy of a specific relationship, person, thing, job, whatever it is. There's so many things that we could label this as, but what I want you to get out of this is that you don't have to carry around the baton that someone else passed to you if it's not yours to carry. Like, lay it down. If that's not your leg of the relay, you're on the wrong team, you're on the wrong side, you're in the wrong lane, then just drop it and leave. Because we tend to pack all of these batons in our backpack. Some people call them bricks, some people call them, whatever. Backpack full of whatever junk, right? And the problem is that we carry these labels and these batons and these things in our backpack, and it starts to weight us down, right? We either start to hunch over or we fall backwards, right? Because of this heavy weight that we're carrying. But you were never intended to carry weight like that. I'm a very strong believer, and I love the stories in the Bible about different scenarios and different things about how we're not supposed to carry the weight, that we're supposed to pass the burden, and that we don't have to carry it. Oh, thank God I don't have to carry it, because there are days when things are so heavy, and I want to be able to run to Jesus, to God, and say, I don't want to do this. This is out of my control. This is out of my willpower, my wheelhouse. This is not in my strength. I can't do it in my strength anyway. But have that person that you can go to. Maybe it's an accountability partner. If you and your spouse have a great relationship and you're great communicators, then he or she can be that person that you can run to. However, I would caution you for them to be that person if you're not receiving the critique well, right? And so sometimes you're overcoming things from your past, been there, done that, still doing that, and you respond or react in a way, because responses take time, reactions happen instantly. So if you react to something and you go, oh, I probably shouldn't have reacted that way, then maybe seek another person that can hold you accountable. Because we all have blind spots, and we all need to see those areas by someone else pointing out to us sometimes. And think about a coach, right? Think about going back to that relay. Think about the relay coach, the racing coach, and how they have to fine tune things for these racers. And, they're going to put the racers in the different legs of the run depending on their strengths, right? And how they run things out. And so you want, your fastest ones, I think they put I know they definitely put the faster one on the end, right? Because they want them to run it out as fast as they can. But just think about, the fine tuning of those kinds of things and how we need to be fine tuning the ways that we respond to things, that we need to, take the time and pause and think about what's going on and not interject or project our past hurts onto the current situation, because I know that I'm still healing from some things, and I have to work really hard not to take what's happened to me before or the things that I'm still working on and project it or interject it into the current conversation or situation. I want you to hear that. Like, either back it up or just listen. But don't take what's happened to you that you're still trying to heal from in the past and interject it or project it into onto the person or into the situation that you're dealing with currently. We need to pass off those things or drop them totally. I know that dropping the baton in an actual relay race means that you're disqualified. So, but here in this just scenario, in this example, don't worry about dropping it. Okay. You're not going to lose anything. You're going to lose the weight you've been carrying around. That's what you're going to lose, which is what we want. And so I would encourage you to really focus on passing that off, getting rid of it. I talk about journaling a lot. Journaling is so important. Having a time of reflection, prayer, solitude, meditation, really getting what's in your head and out onto paper, doing a record, do an audio that you can record, listen back to, erase, whatever you want to do. Journaling is obviously something you could go back to. Excuse me. I just really strongly encourage you to throw that stuff off and deal with it. Here's the thing. Inside the community that I have the privilege and honor of founding and leading, in the Light Coaching community, was founded to serve. Originally, God had me leading, women going through trauma, because I'm a woman that's gone through trauma. However, trauma happens. The incident situation happens. The event happens. The trauma is what you deal with in the aftermath for however long it takes for your wound to heal. And so majority of us, and if you lived any amount of time on this planet, you've experienced trauma, FYI, if you weren't aware. And so those batons that you're carrying around, that you're trying to receive, I said pass it, but maybe just throw it out and get rid of it altogether, right? Because you wouldn't want to pass hurt onto someone else, right? And so just get rid of it. Find a way to get rid of it. Really, if someone's trying to project something on you, that's when you would pass it along and be like, no, you can have that back. I want that. But we don't want to pass anything on to anyone else, right? We want to heal that gaping open wound. And guys, gaping open wounds are messy and they take time to heal. And so I want you to know that if you're experiencing some things and you have reactions to things that someone says or does, that are not offensive and are defensive, like they're not meant to hurt you, but you react in a way that they are, that means that something internally is still trying to be healed from what you've experienced in your past. And so you need to work on that. And I'm a coach that will sit in the mess with you, and I will help you to overcome that and see the victory that's yours. And so I want to bring you into the light and to shine some light on it and get down in the dirty and messy and clean it up and bring it into the light. And you can't clean up something that's dark and dirty and muddy if you don't bring it into the light and clean it up, right? So anyway, I want you to see that there is hope. And I want to encourage you to reach out to me if you need a life coach to help you through some stuff. And, you know, if you've been through recent trauma, that would be a situation where you would need therapy and counseling, because that's what I went through. I went through therapy and counseling after the initial event. And then once I got to a healthier place, now I'm being coached by some people because I'm in a healthy place and they want to help me get to the goals that I have, that I want to accomplish for my business, for my family, for my life, for my ministry, for spirituality, for whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay. That's what a life coach helps you do, to push you, cheer you on, help you to get to those goals, because now you're in a place that's really, so counselor, you know, whenever you're here, but whenever something happens, an event happens in your life, it kind of brings you down, right? And what a therapy and counseling sessions do is bring you back up to kind of a even keel here. And then a coach helps elevate you and bring you higher. Okay. And so that's my job. That's what I want to do for you. That's how I want to serve you and love on you and help you. And so I hope that you will go to the show notes and that you will click on the website link that I have there for you. You get a free download for Firewives. That's who I'm focusing on, are Firewives. And listen, we live in a day-to-day trauma because of the schedules and situations that we face. And so know that I'm here for you. I want to help you. I want to serve you. And you get 5 tips on how to stay sane in your fire life, because who doesn't need that? I know I still do. And so I want to offer those to you just as a free resource. And then I want you to get in on a discovery call, see if this coaching thing is good fit for you, get inside the community, experience the live Q&As and the sessions that we do, and the motivation that we give and offer, and the availability of your coach, me. Okay, so thanks for being here, and we'll talk next time.